Hey guys, welcome to my workshop. So today, this is actually episode, I guess, 3 of my workshop remodel series. But if you watched my last update video, you may really kind of realize and notice that I said we weren't in the workshop because my shop is in a disarray. It is such a mess right now. I can't hardly even stand to be in here because of it. You know, the work area that I'm working in is actually quite clean, and I'm still happy with that. But everything else is just becoming a mess. So the shop is definitely going to have to be tidied up. So I'm going to take a quick minute to just go ahead and tidy up everything. Okay, so I just finished that, and I'm going to take you around to the shop that I'm going to work on now. Okay, so everything right now is kind of still in the phase that it was when we left. I don't have all the wood done yet, so I'm going to finish putting the stud above where the door is going to go. Then I'm going to apply some of the OSB plywood against the other side to try to finish that up tonight too. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is try to work at getting some of this OSB up on the wall because I got a little bit of an issue. I've got some plumbing pipe that's actually sticking out of the stud wall that I want to cover up with OSB. So in order for me to actually cover that up, I'm probably going to need to think about trying to get rid of that pipe a little bit sooner than I thought. I was thinking about maybe doing this in 2 sections. I'm still thinking about doing it. I'd prefer not to, just for the looks of it, but at the same time, this is in my workshop, so I might just go ahead, put up as far as I can go with OSB, and then do the rest later when I'm doing on the pipe, because I'm going to have to get to that eventually with pipes, so it might just be a better option to kind of do it in 2 pieces. So with that in mind, I might put a piece of wood there, and I keep saying I might, but I'm actually kind of talking myself into doing it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, throw up some OSB, and maybe start paying attention to starting on the doors. So I just marked this basically 4 foot high. I think what it's going to do is actually it's going to get me right to this drain, but I'm going to put a piece of 1x4 here to kind of give me a little bit of strength, so when I put the OSB I've got something to screw against, and just to serve it a little bit of protection against the 2-inch PVC I've got here, and I'll probably even put a clamp on it just as an extra safety precaution. I had a little bit of a problem cutting this stuff, being that I don't have my table saw or the bandsaw really set up. It was very tricky, very difficult to do, and I ended up cutting this side not very straight because I did it by hand. So thankfully there'll actually be a sink here, so it'll be hidden. But I cut the notch out around there. It actually fits quite well. It's not completely square. I mean, the old houses never are. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this right to this board. Okay, so moving on from that, I'm going to go ahead and paint that at some point along with the other side here. But I'm actually going to turn my attention to start designing and building the doors. But I already did one thing. I want to show you what I'm going to do really quick. So what I decided to do was use some old door hinges here to make the door. I had a lot of these laying around, and keeping this on a shoestring budget was perfect. But I actually routed out a little bit of a pocket for this to set in so it would be flush. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the board that's going to go here. And these doors are actually going to swing out because there's obviously no way it would swing inward. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get the rest of these hinges on. I'm going to put them on the frame first. I figured this would probably work better for me to know exactly where I want to put them. And then I will start building the frames for the door, and we'll keep on trucking away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to do the other two hinges, and then I'm going to measure up and build the frame for the doors. Okay guys, so for the sake of this video and making sure I wanted to give you guys something this week, I'm going to call that a day for this. So in the next episode, I'm going to tackle these doors, and it's really going to transform finally my shop, and maybe I could start trying to put things back together and get into some of those projects that I'm just dying to get into. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this series. If you do, leave me a comment below of what you think of it so far. If you have any ideas, I'd love to get some of those ideas from you. Give me a thumbs up, and also please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I don't know how long this is going to go until I finally get back into the projects, or they might kind of start overlapping once I'm able to get my tools back to where they belong. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.